Hey everyone, Bypass Blake here. On today's video, we're going to talk about alcohol. I'll discuss whether you can have it after weight loss surgery, how soon you can have it, how it affects your body after surgery, the pros and cons of drinking, and I'll also discuss something called transfer addiction. You don't want to miss this video. Stay tuned. The short answer is yes, you can drink alcohol after weight loss surgery. However, there's a few caveats which I'll discuss in detail later. The question isn't always can you, it is should you. You have to understand, after weight loss surgery, your body goes under changes and alcohol consumption is completely different after surgery. So the question on when can you drink after weight loss surgery, that's really going to depend on your program, your surgeon, and your physician. So a lot of programs are typically after 6 months is okay. Some it's after a year, and some programs say never. Just consult with your program, your physician, your surgeon. So how is drinking alcohol after weight loss surgery different than before surgery? Well, you have to understand your anatomy has changed. So when normally before surgery, when you drink, it would go in your mouth, through your esophagus, into your stomach, and sit there for about 5 to 30 minutes before it slowly gets into your intestines and it gets into your bloodstream. Well, whichever surgery you have, the sleeve or the bypass, the duodenal switch, your stomach is very small. So alcohol goes in your mouth, goes in your esophagus, goes in your pouch briefly, then it goes immediately into your intestines, and then it goes into your bloodstream. So that means it hits you a lot quicker. So since after surgery, alcohol gets in your bloodstream quicker, a lot of people equate 1 drink before surgery equaling about 1.5 to 2 drinks after surgery. So another major factor that takes place is whenever you lose a bunch of weight, your tolerance goes down with it. Case in point, you have somebody that's 300-400 pounds, they have 3 or 4 drinks or shots or glasses of wine. It's going to hit them slower and be less effective as somebody that weighs 100 pounds. So not only do you have the anatomical changes in your body and it goes into your intestines and bloodstream quicker, you also have to factor in all the weight you've lost and the tolerance that has gone with that. And so drinking alcohol after surgery, with it hitting you quicker and hitting you harder, that can be a slippery slope for some people that have problems with addiction, which we'll talk about that later when I talk about transfer addiction. All right, now let's get into the pros of drinking, okay? So when you have that drink, it hits you, you feel good. That's a dopamine release. Dopamine is the feel-good neurotransmitter in your body, and it makes you feel good. Another pro to drinking is you're more sociable. You're relaxed, you're calm, it's socially acceptable. There's a lot of events that are around drinking. Drinking has really taken a stronghold on a lot of social stuff all over the world, no matter where you live. Social drinking is a big thing. Another pro about drinking is it slows everything down. That way you can relax, you can chill. But when it comes to pros, that's really about it. So now to the cons about drinking. The biggest thing is just poor decision making. Any time in my life I've done something stupid, it's mostly involved some type of drinking. You do high-risk behaviors, you'll drink and drive, you'll text the person you shouldn't be texting, you'll say stuff to someone that you wouldn't have said if you were sober. You end up doing stuff that you wouldn't normally do or say. You have worse impulse control. That 1 drink can lead from 1 to 2 to 5 or 6. You eat like crap. You just do things that you wouldn't normally do when you were sober. Another con too is dehydration. You're peeing out a lot more. Once you break that seal after you've been drinking, you just nonstop going to the bathroom, nonstop peeing. But you're peeing out those good electrolytes, stuff that your body needs. And then that leads into the next day when you have a bad hangover, which is mostly caused by dehydration. And it puts you down for a day. As you get older, like me, it can put you down for a couple of days. You get brain fog for a few days. It's just not a good thing to be super dehydrated from drinking. Also, when you drink, those are what we call empty calories. An empty calorie is something that basically has no nutritional value besides just calories. I mean, when you drink, you don't really get a lot of protein. You don't get anything. You just get a bunch of empty calories, which adds to weight gain. Another con about drinking is it slows down your body burning fat. Your body likes to burn off the alcohol calories first before any stored fat or anything else in your body. Alcohol also really affects your liver. It increases you getting fatty liver. It reduces how sugar is broken down in the liver and different nutrients. It also affects getting calcium in your muscles. There's a lot of nutrient stuff that gets affected when you drink alcohol. Alcohol can also affect your sleep and give you insomnia, or whenever you do go to sleep, all those muscles relax in the back of your throat, make your snoring worse, your sleep apnea worse, and you may get hourly wise a good amount of sleep, but the quality is crap. Also, another con when you drink is it affects your immune system. It suppresses your immune system, so you're more likely to get some kind of infection, or if you have some kind of infection in your body, it takes it longer for your body to fight it off. Now, a major con to chronic drinking and over drinking over a period of many years can affect your liver. You can get cirrhosis of the liver. You can get all kinds of different cancers, from esophageal cancer. You can get esophageal varices. You can get all kinds of different cancers in your body. It's just long term, it's just not worth it. Overall, drinking alcohol after weight loss surgery, it really sabotages your weight loss. It makes it harder to lose weight, and it really impairs what you're trying to do. The whole point of having a surgery is to get healthier and to lose weight. And if you're unable to moderate and you can't have just one or two drinks, every once in a while, and you find it being addictive, or you wanting to drink more, or drinking every day, or binge drinking, that's when drinking alcohol is a huge con and that you shouldn't do it. And that leads me into the next segment, which is transfer addiction. So basically with transfer addiction, it's people that have addictive personalities, and they basically transfer one addiction for another. A lot of people that are severely overweight are addicted to food, either addicted to the taste or how it makes them feel good when they eat. And the thought process behind transfer addiction is you have weight loss surgery and physically cannot eat a lot and feed that addiction. So you transfer that for another addiction. In this case, it could be alcohol, or it could be transferred into good addictions, exercise, healthy hobbies, stuff like that. So there's a statistic with drinking after weight loss surgery, and about 1 out of 5 people end up becoming alcoholics. And a lot of that really boils down to the underlying addiction personality that person has, and they're trading one addiction for another. Does that mean you'll become an alcoholic after surgery? No, it doesn't. 80% of people don't. You just have to acknowledge that that's there. If you have an addictive personality and you trade food addiction for alcohol addiction, then you'll become an alcoholic. That's just the way it is. You need to find a healthier addiction to trade it for if you have that addiction personality, or you need to talk to a professional and get on some kind of medication or some therapy or something to deal with that addiction head on. So you may be asking, Bypass Blake, I have an addictive personality. What should I do besides drinking? Well, there's plenty of stuff to do besides drinking. When you drink, you get that dopamine release, which is, the pleasure neurotransmitter in your brain. You just can't cheat and do it quickly like you would through drinking or drugs or anything like that. Get a hobby that you enjoy, exercise, get that runner's high, go for a hike, do things that naturally give you that dopamine release, that high, and that is healthy. So going back to the beginning of the video, can you drink after weight loss surgery? Yes. Should you? That all depends. If you can moderate, you can drink just 1 or 2 and not go overboard. If you can drink just socially, you don't drink alone at home or binge drink or drink heavily every day, then yeah, by all means, you're cleared by your physician, your program. It's after the 6 months or year. You don't have any other underlying medical problems that affects, and your doctor says it's okay, by all means do it. If you got that addictive personality and you're afraid of transfer addiction, you really need to get a handle on that before you decide to go down that path of drinking and become a statistic. Just always, always, always remember, drinking after weight loss surgery, it'll hit you faster, it'll hit you harder. You can't drink like you used to, and always make sure you don't drive. Make sure you have a designated driver. Make sure you're around people you can trust. it affects you a lot different after surgery. Now, if you have an addiction to alcohol or substance abuse and you're in the United States and need help, you can contact the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Substance Abuse Hotline at 1-800-662-HELP. That's 1-800-662-4357. If you enjoyed this video or it was helpful in any way, please like, subscribe, share, comment, and as always, I'll see you next time.
Here we go again. Trying hard, but you wanna be my friend. Ain't no place to hide.